Well, good to meet you, Leah. Good to meet you.
Thank you.
Why don't you start telling us who you are and what challenge you did?
My name is Leah, and I actually started following Pauline in 2018, and I didn't get the guts to sign up for my first challenge until January 2019. So this challenge, the FD8 March that we just finished, is not my first challenge, but this is the first time where I feel like it all clicked and made sense for me. Everything kind of came together.
And this is the challenge you won too, right?
Yes. I didn't even know that we were doing winners anymore. So when she called me, I was completely surprised.
I think nowadays we'd like to think of all challengers as winners. You know, everyone who has
Yes.
the courage and guts and fortitude to sign up, we do call them winners. But you know, it's still fun to announce the one that we think have done the most physical progress, so to speak. So
Thank you. And it had to have a lot of inner work for it to manifest outside.
so what do you think made so it sounds like you've been doing Fighterdiet for a while, or have you been doing off and on for a while, or
So I was doing it in 2019. Then we had COVID. I started in 2020. I really didn't know how to make it happen at home after the energy at the gym and not having any equipment. And I really just fell off the last 3 quarters.
right?
Then I picked it back up in 2021. And I would say every challenge has just been a building block. Every time you do a challenge, you learn more. And then it started with her just being the coach instead of
Right.
having different coaches that were answering our questions. It's been everything. It's been the podcasts and the lessons and the recipe app. Instead of just having a few, it's whatever you're craving, whatever you feel like eating. You want sweet, you want savory, you want big, you want small. It's all there. Pauline just has this way about her that she's no BS. You know, she's going to tell you like it is. And if she thinks that you're trying to say that you're doing things that you're not doing, she's been there before. So there's no tricking her.
Right.
Everything it is that we think that we're doing or we're not doing, it's been over 20 years of her doing it, and she's
Yeah.
been there, done that. So
Yeah.
you can't trick her.
She
I
calls she calls me out too. I know all about that. Yeah.
I think sometimes I stay on track because I don't want her to call me out. I
Right.
know what I'm supposed to be doing. And if I don't want to get the lecture, I got to just keep on it.
Right. Yeah, that's the integrity, right? That's what we like. That's what we all like about Pauline, I think.
Yes, the integrity and being accountable to yourself.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing is that she has said over and over again that finally clicked for me is diet is the way of life.
Yeah.
And the big shift for me in the mindset was this isn't how I eat to lose weight, although
Right.
it is. Um, this is how I eat now.
Yeah.
And I knew it was changing when I would go to a restaurant and I wasn't secretly wishing that I was eating everything everybody else was eating. I didn't want it. I didn't feel like I was missing out. And actually, I prefer not to go. I've embarrassed people by bringing my own food, or I try to eat beforehand and then I just have, a drink while we're at the table. So I'm not participating. Um,
So
and then what?
it's you accepting it as a natural way of life, as this
Yes,
is me
and
now. This is how I do
I
it.
want this to be my new default.
Right.
So instead of, okay, I lost a certain amount of weight or I got really close and now I feel comfortable and then I become complacent and I start backtracking. For me, even then when I went on vacation, I didn't want to eat like that. It wasn't like, oh, well, it's just a couple days and then I'll jump right back on track. It was looking ahead of time at the menus where I thought that we might eat and seeing what can I eat here that's going to keep me on track.
Right.
And she's been saying it forever. It's in all of her messages and almost all of her podcasts. She really tries to drive it home, but and I repeated that message, but it didn't click all the way through until recently. And then I felt like the evolution started once I accepted this, that there's no other default that I'm going back to. This is how I eat.
Right.
That's been the biggest change.
You're not longing for the other food anymore. You're not
At
thinking
all.
about the other stuff. Right.
Not at
Right.
all. Nope. I mean, any kind of flavor profile that you want, it's right there in the recipe app.
Right.
So
have you used the new meal plans, or did you make up your own meal, so to speak?
during my work week, it's easier for me just to kind of get the 2 pounds of vegetables in at a time with a protein. And so I use the recipe app if I have a craving, or I try it on the weekend. So like the something like pancakes takes a little bit longer to make. I can't make that in my daily life, but on my days off, I have a lot more time, and I will comb through the recipe app and say like, okay, what is it that I want? I want pizza, I want pancakes, I want something with chocolate. So I'll try something different at that
Do,
time.
do you mind me asking, do you live alone, or do you live with someone, or do you have kids? I don't know that about you. So I'm just wondering if you combine the recipe app with them and so forth. So,
I live with my boyfriend, and I
okay.
don't have any children.
Right.
And he's not doing a fighter diet. He does the carnivore diet.
Okay.
Mhm. Very controversial. We support each other though.
That's good. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, it's all about finding what works for you, right? I mean, whatever
Yes.
works, if that works for him, that's fantastic. I mean, nothing
Yes.
could be better. So
Yeah. Yeah. No,
totally.
he loves it. He's totally supportive. Actually, he's the one who cooks all my food.
Oh, there we go.
Yes. I clean, he cooks. His food is way better than mine.
How do you so what if you wanted to just for the physical part now for a second,
Sure.
what do you think make the most change? Is it the diet or the workout? Or how do you feel it was for you?
It was both. It's absolutely being adherent to my calorie budget day in and day out,
Right.
stopping the nibbling, and earning the refeed.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's definitely the adherence. And if we had any newcomers in the challenges and they weren't used to working out, or they didn't have any tolerance to cardio, my big thing would say focus this challenge on the nutrition.
Right.
So I guess it would be the nutrition, but in the beginning of this year, January of this year, I was having a hard time even getting to the gym on a 4-day split doing the old school bodybuilding style.
Right.
And it was Pauline making fun of me and saying, "Why are you training like an old lady?" That finally got me to, I had already joined Uscreen. I signed up for it. I had it on my phone, but I knew what I knew, and it's hard for me to change. So once I got on Uscreen and I did the first video, one of the ones that she had, I did it here at home. I didn't have any equipment. I used my couch. I didn't have a chair, and it was a leg video. And it started with 100 squats on the couch, and then it was single leg. And once I started sweating a little bit, and I was burning without any equipment, and I had more glute activation in that
Right.
10-minute Uscreen video than I had ever had working out by myself. It ignited something in me. I'm like, this is it. And I knew the passion that I had lost before, and I struggled getting into the gym on a 4-day split. I have to remind myself to take a day off now, because I
Yeah.
just want to go in. I want to do the videos. I don't have to think about it. The time flies. I'm having
Yeah.
fun. She makes jokes. Um, and then she's also got like these cues in here where you're doing a certain lift and she'll say squeeze or stand this way with your posture and how to breathe, or she just, it's so much better than doing it by yourself. It's like
Yeah. There's
going to the gym with a friend and following someone who knows a lot more than you do.
right. No, I'm so happy you say it. There's something about the cadence, the rhythm, and just following her pace that makes it
Yeah.
so hard. And um, I was the original model for the Buff Bible way back then for NBC. So we were out in a parking lot, and she was trying out different exercises, and I was like, "Fuck, man!" It's like, sorry for
Yeah.
swearing, but it's
No,
like
you're fine.
it's so hard because in the
Yeah.
gym you pace yourself. Like
Yes.
you think you train hard, but you really don't. Like, and when you follow Pauline, as you so eloquently are saying, it starts burning pretty fast.
It's her pace, and then she's going to push me more than I'm going to push myself. So even if I was going to try to do it, like I'll sometimes do like a freestyle Friday where I don't want to watch the videos because I just want to have my music in. And I can tell I'm still getting a great workout because I'm copying what I've seen in her video, but I'm not keeping up the tempo and it doesn't burn as much.
Right.
So I definitely like doing it with her better.
Yeah, that's what I've noticed on myself, and when I've seen her train with guys, big guys, bodybuilding guys, and they just can't keep up. It's the pace. The pace kills them. It's always
Yeah.
the pace. Yeah.